Hello everyone, welcome to Everyday Essential series of Shantha Lakshmi IAS Academy. So today in this video, let us discuss the topics from 22nd July 2025 from the Hindu and the Indian Express. So first we are going to discuss about the Rule 267 and second about the International Seabed Authority and third about the Nisar project and fourth about the Khanderi Fort and finally Turkey country mapping. So starting with our first topic, that is the Rule 267. So why we are discussing this Rule 267? See, the monsoon session of the Parliament have started yesterday, right? And in the first day of this monsoon session in the Rajya Sabha, during this 0 hour, they Mallikarjun Kharge, who is the leader of the opposition, and other opposition members had submitted notices under this Rule 267 for a discussion on the Pahalgam attack and the Operation Sindoor in the Rajya Sabha. So we'll see what is this Rule 267. So this Rule 267 comes under the Rajya Sabha rules only. Remember, this Rule 267 belongs to Rajya Sabha only. And according to this rule, it says that any member may, with the consent of the chairman, move that any rule may be suspended in its application to a motion related to the business listed before the council of the day, and if the motion is carried, the rule in question shall be suspended for the time being. So what this Rule 267 says that, see, any member from the Rajya Sabha with the consent of the chairman can move a motion to suspend the already listed business. See, we have the house proceedings and every day there is some schedule to the house, right? So a member can move the motion to suspend the already listed business, and if the motion is carried or if the motion is voted, then the question shall be suspended for the time being. That allocated business, that allocated time, that allocated schedule will be suspended for the time being, and the matter is urgently taken up. So here, who will decide, who has the power to give consent to this moving a motion? First of all, the chairman. The chairman of the Rajya Sabha only has the power to give consent for moving a motion for suspension of a rule. So for any member to pass this motion, the chairman should allow it to move a motion. First, the member has to take the permission of this chairman. After chairman gives the permission, and then it is the house, the members of the house, to decide whether a particular rule will be suspended or not. So they will vote and decide whether this allocated business will be suspended or not. So when this Rule 267 is used, so this 267 is used in the Rajya Sabha to list out or to bring out the matters of the urgent public importance. Matters of urgent public importance and that have not been noted in the business schedule, regular business schedule. So this is about the Rule 267. And moving to a second topic, that is International Seabed Authority. So why we are discussing this? See, the United States have putting a pressure on this International Seabed Authority to finalize the rules and regulations regarding the extraction of these coveted metals on the high seas. But still, despite of this pressure by the United States government to finalize the rules on this extraction of the coveted metals from the high seas, International Seabed Authority have conducted a lot of negotiations for 2 weeks. But the finalization of rules is still far away. So we'll see what is this International Seabed Authority. So it is an autonomous international organization that is established through 1982 UNCLOS Act, that is the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. Under UNCLOS, this International Seabed Authority was established, and also 1994 agreement of this UNCLOS, which states that this 1994 agreement of this part 11 says that the implementation of this UNCLOS law Under these two acts or these two parts, this International Seabed Authority was established. It is headquartered in Kingston, Jamaica. So what is the purpose or mandate of this International Seabed Authority? See, it will regulate the mining and related activities in the international seabed, which is beyond the national jurisdiction. So what is this international seabed? This international seabed are the high seas or the marine areas where no nation has their national jurisdiction. So where the places, where the seabeds, there is no national jurisdiction of any country, there comes the role of this International Seabed Authority. So this International Seabed Authority will regulate the mining and the related activities in this international seabed. So that's how it will ensure the effective protection of the marine environment from harmful effects that may arise from deep seabed related activities. So by regulating this mining and the other activities in this international seabed area, this ISA will ensure the protection of the marine environment. Coming to the members, all state parties to UNCLOS, the members of this International Seabed Authority. So which article gave this clause? That is this Article 156 clause 2 of this UNCLOS states that all state parties to the members of this UNCLOS are automatically become the members of this International Seabed Authority. So as of now, there are 170 members, including 169 member states and the European Union. One is the European Union. In this, India is a member and United States is not a member. Remember, India is a member of this UNCLOS and United States is not the member of this UNCLOS. And coming to a third topic, that is the NISAR. So why we are discussing this? This NISAR is the first joint satellite of the NASA, National Aeronautics Space Administration, and the ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, will be launched from the Satish Dhawan Space Center in Sriharikota at 5:40 p.m. on this coming July 30, 2025. So we'll see what is this NISAR. NISAR is a joint Earth observing mission. Earth observation mission of NASA as well as ISRO. So this NISAR will be launched from the GSLV F-16 rocket from the Satish Dhawan Space Center, and it will inject this rocket into this NISAR object into this 743 kilometer sun synchronous orbit with an inclination of this 98.4 degrees. So what will this NISAR do? This NISAR will provide all weather day and night data at 12-day intervals. For every 12 days, it will provide all weather day and night data of the earth-related phenomena. So NISAR can detect even small changes in the earth surface. Small changes in the earth surface such as the ground deformation, ice sheet movement and the vegetation dynamics, etc. And it also includes the sea ice classification, ship detection, shoreline monitoring, storm characterization, changes in the soil moisture, mapping and monitoring of the surface water resources, as well as it will include the applications of the disaster response also. So overall, this NISAR will monitor and detect the small changes, whatever is happening on the Earth's surface through the synthetic aperture radars. So we said it is a joint mission, right? So under this joint mission, NASA will provide L-band synthetic aperture radar. So this L-band has a frequency of up to 2 to 4 hertz and a high-rate communication subsystem for science data, GPS receivers, as well as a state solid recorder and a payload data subsystem. So these equipment will be provided by the NASA. And coming to the ISRO will provide a spacecraft bus and the S-band radar, which has a frequency of up to 1 to 2 hertz. And the launch vehicle, that is the GSLV F-16 rocket, and the associated launch services will be provided by the ISRO for this mission. That is the NISAR mission, which will be launched on this 30th July 2025. Now, moving to a fourth topic, that is the Khanderi Fort. So, why we are discussing this? So, we are discussing a series of forts in everyday essentials. So, till now we have discussed about the Jinji Fort, Shivneri Fort, Saler Fort, Raigad Fort, Logad Fort, Panhala Fort, and now we'll see about this Khanderi Fort. You can see the picture of this Khanderi Fort here, and it is an island fort situated in the Alibag, southwest of the Mumbai, in the state of Maharashtra. It was constructed in the year 1679 by the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj to secure the Maratha control over the coastal waters. And in the year 1818 CE, it was ceded to the British, and then the British named this Khanderi Fort as the Canary Fort. And in the year 1998 CE, this Canary Fort was renamed as the Kanoji Angre Island, with in recognition to the contributions of this Maratha Admiral Kanoji Angre. So this is about the Khanderi Fort, the basic details about this Khanderi Fort of Maharashtra. Now coming to a final topic, that is the Turkey. So why we are discussing this? So the Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky has said that the Russia along with the Ukraine are going to meet in Turkey tomorrow for their peace talks in the Istanbul. They are going to meet in the Istanbul, Turkey for the peace talks. So this Turkey is a country in the West Asia. Its capital is Ankara and its largest city is Istanbul, and it is bordered by sea, Georgia, Armenia, and here it is Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan, Iran, Iraq, Syria, the Greece, and the Bulgaria. And here it is the Black Sea, and here it is the Mediterranean Sea. It is also has its borders of Aegean Sea also, and its highest mountain is Mount Ararat. Coming to the drainage of this Turkey, the major part of this Turkey is drainaged by this Euphrates and the Tigris river. It also has a small river, that is the Aras river. And Turkey is the founding member of the G20, OECD, Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development, and the OTS, that is the Organization of the Turkic States. Turkey is also the member of the NATO also. So that's all for today. Thank you.